Okay, so we're going to do a VOD review for Big5teppers versus Boosters Academy. We are focused on Big5teppers. Okay, so we are looking at Res Comp with Venom versus Bunker Comp basically with Ultron. Interesting. So I'm guessing Punisher's banned. I'm using the wrong pen. No, Punisher is protected. Interesting. So Iron Man ban, Jeff ban to deny combo, Punisher is protected and group ban, I'm guessing because they can't stand playing against it and they don't have a Wolverine player. Rocket ban because of Penny team up, I'm guessing, and then Hela ban because they want to play around the Storm and give her as much tools as possible, and I'm guessing they're protected early, so yeah, okay, cool. So with this comp, they're basically looking to play around the damage boosts, / dive with these two, and then the Magneto enabling the Star-Lord as much as possible alongside the Venom creating space. And then the Adam is there for the damage share / burst healing, and then Susan is there just for the consistent healing and also the fact that she can enable the Star-Lord. So versus this comp here, they're basically looking to try and create soft dive scenarios to blow lamps, and then they basically go gung-ho. So they're looking to set up like kill boxes. So like for example on this first point here, based off the setup, I would want my team, the kill box to be like here. Why I want it to be there specifically is because it's still in 2-fight territory if you do get wiped. And secondly, it allows Venom to set up kind of wherever he wants without being spotted. And also it's kind of let Star-Lord set up in like here, for example, or here, or in this house, or up here, and he can engage down, and so on and so forth. So basically the idea is that you look for a soft dive, you blow Loki lamps, and then your team from here would push simultaneously. And then obviously whatever happens in that situation. You're basically just looking for frontline pressure simultaneous to Venom and Star-Lord being aggressive. Blow whatever resources you can, and then continue the fight, and then use Adam damage share either mid-fight or pre-fight depending on the situation, or as a like kite like runaway type thing if you need it. Running away using Adam damage share is like, it's kind of like whatever. I'd rather use it offensively or like mid-fight. So let's see how they play this, and then we'll talk about things that we see wrong. So first of all, if Star-Lord is not set up aggressively at all, unless I'm blind. Star-Lord's down there. Okay, interesting. So Venom's probably going to go for a soft dive by himself, which I think is kind of a bit in, because in reality, if they're good players, they won't blow Loki lamp. And also, like, these guys aren't close enough to really make any pressure, so that there is nothing on the front line, so everyone's just going to turn and shoot at the Venom, I'm guessing. Let's see. So they come out, Luna's late, they get pushed back, they just give space. Okay, so the next kill box now is like here. But Venom goes in by himself, dives down. Okay, Star-Lord is still yet to be seen. Okay, I don't like the soft dive from the Venom, because right now basically everyone's gonna turn and shoot him, and then these tanks just hold the front line. Don't need to push, just need to hold this. These guys are gonna turn around and blow the Venom up. He's just gonna have to leave, and blow all his cooldowns. No lamps burnt. I mean, you run away, right? You don't try. Oh my god, my Star-Lord's coming now. So Star-Lord is out of this fight completely. We're not using Mantis damage buff. We're not using Mag Bubble. I don't know if this is the first time they play it, or if they just saw this comp and thought it was a good idea. But right now, it's like they're very desynced in what they want to do. Like, the main team is too far back, needs to be more aggressive. Star-Lord isn't in any position to do anything to anyone. He shoots tanks, he's kind of just trolling. He dives in now, he probably dies. And the Venom needs to just get out. Like, he shouldn't have even dove in to begin with. And unless there's, like, hard pressure from here, like if they're playing a different comp completely, diving in solo with Venom is fine as long as there's pressure from this point. Like, you're making use of the space that he's creating, which they didn't. They just stood in default. And then Star-Lord is kind of like nowhere to be seen. And then Star-Lord comes in, and I guarantee you he dies. Yeah, okay. Very desync so far. Not on the same page, and don't really understand the power of the comp, at least from like just a few seconds I've watched. So Venom needs to get out and stabilize. They still have all their cooldowns on the backline as far as I'm aware. They just use damage share, the exact same thing as the damage share on Adam to run away. This kind of chalk now. Yeah, you guys just need to get out and reset this situation. Like, you guys, obviously I understand that like Adam Star-Lord's gonna cocoon. Where is he gonna cocoon? Oh, he's gonna cocoon right there. Okay, so you guys are in a really bad spot now, because you have to hold the corner. Because if you don't, actually they're not really in a position to really punish, but I guess they are. The mag and that stuff is like, you have to hold this corner now, or at least like this line here, because this guy's rezzing here. I'd rather you just take the time to go around here or go around here, and then create a question mark as to where you are, because they can see you, they can hear you. And creating question marks obviously is very good, because you can engage from anywhere at any time, and the supports won't be ready for it. Whereas if they see you, they know where you are, and they can play more relaxed. Especially if they can see the Venom, and like the supports right now are in like freeload, because they know where their Venom is, they know where their Star-Lord is, and also the tanks are in freeload because they know they use damage share. So let's see how they continue playing this. So Venom just needs to get out and just regen. Okay, Sue. Oh my god. The Sue is playing in Narnia because she was low. Don't jump backwards over here. Jump over here, because you're still technically in line of sight here. And also there's a health back over here, so you can get healed and then come back to the fight quicker. Venom needs to just disengage, walk down the stairs, get healed properly, because right now he's no use to anybody. And Star-Lord needs to play more aggressive now, the fact that he's alive. Like, this is the spot now. Like, this is the kill box. Star-Lord can come from up here and jump down with mag bubble with damage boost. We also don't have damage share, so we have to be very careful about how long these fights last. So, and also Loki still has lamps, so we have to keep that in mind. So the longer this takes for them to fight now, the worst case it is, because they will just have one fight if they leave it too long. And if they just wipe, then it's obviously they've lost first point and they don't have any ults. Also, Star-Lord hasn't got any progress yet on his ult, and really has the Venom ready hasn't either. Also, the fact that like Sue has jumped so far back is we can't utilize the push and the pull ability, because like you're not in a position to do so, because it doesn't affect you from that far. So like, if your tank's being super pressured, if you're in a situation where you can fight them, you can pull the tanks in. Obviously, if the shields drop, like for example here, Mag, you can pull him in, and maybe he panics and uses bubble or whatever the case is, or uses his shield. But it's like utilizing those moments where you can push the tank in, burn their resources, or even kill them because you've pushed them past the mag shield. Or you push them away to create space for you, just so you can relieve pressure on your tank. So let's see what happens now. Venom dives in at 25% HP by himself again. You guys are playing, like, you guys are being pushed back by 3 people right now, and then these 3 people are shooting at the Venom. Cool. Cool. Your mag is taking a shit ton of damage. So like, that pressure there, like, needed to happen. Like, I mean, your Venom is kind of going a bit deep. But that kind of aggression from the mag is what you kind of need when you play this like style anyways. Okay, so I'm guessing you guys just stagger here, because you don't disengage quick enough. So like, sorry, I'm a bit snotty. So let's go back. So as soon as this Venom dies, you need to get out. Like, there's such a desync between the aggression. Because, like, Venom diving in here, as soon as he's low and he knows he can't get out, he should call he's dead so that you guys can regroup. Because right now, you're technically in an okay... I mean, before this, you were in an okay spot to get out safely. Because Storm's back here and she can't speed boost. They also use lamps as well. But right now, you overcommit to the fight still. And you guys are probably just going to get wiped. Yeah, okay. So far, the Star-Lord has done nothing. It hasn't been enabled, in the sense of like, dive / the frontline push has not been on the same page, but also the Star-Lord really hasn't been in a position to really maximize those situations anyways. So let's see how you guys retake. So you're going to be down Sue because it's staggered. Ult economy is not looking too good for you. You do have damage share coming up soon, I'm guessing. You guys are going in 5 versus 6 when the payload isn't quite there yet. I would much rather if you guys just stood outside, set up a strange TP, and then try to regroup as 6 and just use the teleporter to get space. So either you could teleport up here, so that you can all shoot or stay in safety, and shoot these two over the shields or whatever the case is. You could also TP up here if you're not sure and you just want to play more passive. You could also TP on point because you have Mantis ult, and you also have Invis ult. But you need to kill key targets here. Like right now, you have to try and you have to set up slower for one, in my opinion, because your Sue is obviously a big part of your healing and she's not in the fight. So unless this fight goes really, really clean, which is not going to be because you're running through a choke, you need to kill Storm before she gets ult. You need to kill Loki before he gets ult, or you need to kill Luna. In this situation, obviously the priority would be like damage deal if she's easier to kill, and obviously Loki. Ultron is a little bit harder to kill, especially if he has Snowflake. So you need to kill one of these for one of these 3 targets. But obviously, hindsight 2020, you guys don't know he has ult, or at least you shouldn't. Or he probably does, because he gets his ult so bloody quick. So you need to pick one of these targets, and you need to make sure you kill them. Like that needs to be the goal for this fight. But instead, you guys walk in, getting cleaved the whole way along. They use Ultron ult. We use Mantis ult, and everyone's just running all over the place. See, this is so weird because like, if you guys just picked a target and just ran at them together, it wouldn't be so bad. But like in this situation, like, what do you do as Sue? Do you ult and just hope that you don't die? Because you got damage shared from Adam. I'm pretty sure I saw a line go to Sue. So I'm pretty sure you don't die to this if you just ult this instantly as Invis. And then hope that you guys can like maybe recover the fight before Luna or Loki ult. Because obviously at this time you don't know they have ults. So I think in this scenario, if you wanted to try and fight for first, you have to ult here as Invis. Because the fight is still technically winnable. No one's died. They're committing ults. You know they don't have this. But it's just all over the place. You guys are focusing all different targets. And I'm guessing Susan runs away and, yeah, just dies. Okay. I mean, the fight is kind of just chalked at this point. Because like, you have no ults coming up. You're all on the same target. All on different targets, sorry. And you all just die one by one. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd much rather you take a few seconds just to TP, and that way your Susan's actually in the fight. I don't think it was bad necessarily, you guys walking in. You didn't get punished as much as I thought. It's just the fact that you guys ran in, and you're all on different targets, and it's just not the greatest. So you switch comp. So you keep the Star-Lord. Okay, so you basically go out with double shield, Mantis. Oh, it's gonna be rough. So you got to take a quick fight, and then obviously swap your Mantis to something. I also think, I mean, actually, no, I think Invis is fine. So right now you're looking for an early fight. You want to try and blow whatever ult economy they have, with the ults that you have. So you have Star-Lord ult, that's probably gonna blow at least Magneto ult. You have Invis ult, that's, I mean, they have double support ult coming up. Mantis doesn't have hers, and she's not going to be building it because she's on a different support, and then she'll swap, and she loses whatever percent up to 50. You have this coming up, and you have this coming up. Okay, so basically, like, plan of action should be to try and take an early fight as quickly as possible, and try and, like, fight around here, and, like, worst case, like, here. Because if they get 3 on, then you get a really shitty fight. So, like, this is, like, your line where you have to try and take an early fight. So, like, I'm looking for, like, a Star-Lord ult, away from the team, whereas obviously we can still get bubbled. So like maybe we could Star-Lord ult around here, Mag could stand around here and bubble, and then the team pushes from this side as well simultaneously, and then obviously we react to the ult base of that situation. But let's see how you guys play this. So they push aggressively with 2 tanks, and they still have 3 on cart. Where the fuck? Where are you going? Where are you guys going? So we're regrouping. Oh, this is so tragic. Why'd you guys path this way if you wanted to regroup? So your Strange is wandering into Narnia. Honestly, should be punished. Like, you guys are risking a lot here just by getting poked out. I'm actually kind of surprised at how much damage these tanks are doing. And I'm also kind of surprised that my Strange is flanking. Interesting. I mean, if they're not all on the payload there, I'm pretty sure your Strange just gets bodied. So, I mean, also I'm pretty sure you all just get bodied. Like, if they walk forward. So, like, if you wanted to regroup, needed to be called early, you need to path this way, not like this. Just really, really risky. And also, the Strange pathing was, like, the biggest question mark. Like, yeah, maybe you might get a pick on the support, but as soon as you touch anyone here, you're just going to get blasted. Okay, so that was a bit weird of an interaction. Cool. Why are you on your turret that far away? Oh my. Okay. Again. Yeah, Mantis. You guys need to take an early, clean fight and then switch that character. Either right now you need to try and take a dry fight and blow as much ults as possible. So creating pressure. So like right now you could use Strange ult in this situation. You could use Star-Lord ult in this situation. And then obviously you could save this for Ultron ult, or I mean just to stabilize ultimate. In this situation, I think you probably have to use Magneto ult in a stabilized situation, unless this guy gets his ult again, because you have Mantis and you only have one support ult, whereas they have two. So let's see how you guys play this. Why is your Punisher still on the turret in Narnia? Like, you guys need to take an early fight here. Get on your shotgun and start railing these tanks from the front. Like, they shouldn't be allowed to hold the space for this long. Okay. So, we're all playing this way around again. Like, even with the Mantis, you guys aren't utilizing it again. I mean, the Mantis probably has the perma-heal. But, like, no damage boost as far as I can see. Unless the Spectator's bugged. My Punisher is in Narnia shooting at the back of the payload. If anyone dies to this, they're trolling, by the way. But yeah, Punisher isn't close enough to really pressure this out. You have Star-Lord single target DPS right now. Star-Lord's also being poked out. Magneto... What is this? What is this, like, pathing? Punisher, get off the fucking turret. So, like, Star-Lord is exposed right now. Focus him and he's probably just dead. Tanks aren't in a great position. Supports, kind of whatever. Star-Lord ults up in the open. I mean, there's just a lack of like tank aggression for this space. Like, you need space. Everyone's just gonna shoot. Like, everyone is shooting at this guy right now because there's a lack of like any aggression. Punisher is still not in this fight. Your tanks are not aggressive enough, and they're all just gonna probably just wail on you, I'm guessing. I mean, the fact that you also they're also mag ult in this situation as well. So I'm pretty sure you just die, because like there was nothing happening there. Like, there's nothing. Your Punisher's only just coming. Okay. You guys get pushed back. We use mag ult here, I'm guessing, because they're going to use Ultron ult. This is a good stabilize. They still have both support ults, so it's kind of hard to do anything in this situation. We still have Invis ult, so we could use Invis ult to mirror something, but obviously Invis ult is not the greatest in comparison to two Luna ults. Like, in most cases, this is going to force this, because you have this, and you're down one. So the mag ult to stabilize is good. And to deal with the Ultron ult. Oh. I mean, pre-call should be like pre-fight call should be like, I'm using mag ult for this, unless we absolutely need it. But like, you basically double support ult in this situation, because in this case I think this is more of a stabilization ult, or use it for Ultron. So you basically double support ult. Okay. That's fine. Both their tanks are flanking, which is interesting. I would much rather the mag does this, and then the Strange keeps pressuring, or vice versa. But I think in this situation, I think the mag playing off angle is better. which is something that you guys could do as well. But the problem is, you guys have got such lack of tempo that you can't ever set that up. So you guys are just getting run over before you have a chance to even fight, basically. Right, that was nice. Okay, you hit him. I'm surprised that that Ultron actually just got hit by that. Didn't have shift. So we got to pick. We're even now, but they've used Luna ult. All we have is Punisher ult, which I hope. I mean, we have Mantis damage boost, so there's something we can actually kill through. Pending that we actually hit headshots and actually can have a decent time of shooting, because there's no CC on our comp. I mean, technically, right now, this is actually like an okay spot. Because Luna will probably walk forward because she's got the ult running. Both tanks are kind of isolated. Well, not isolated, but like you can rail them for a little bit before the Luna gets there. I think if the Punisher shoots ult at these two, forces the Luna to go over here, and then Strange goes for an ult, whilst damage boosted by the Mantis, whilst this ult is up, I think it's still winnable. But a lot of pieces have to fall in place for that to happen, and also it depends on how good the Strange ult is. So let's see what happens. So we use Punisher ult into this. Mantis doesn't damage boost him. I don't think I've seen any damage boosts. I don't know if the spectator's just bugged. Okay. The double stack right now, it should be just like Mag shielding and Strange trying to go for some sort of hero play, because not only if it hits you get like insane value, the fact that you got damage boosted Punisher, but it also creates space because they're gonna hard push into you to try and kill you. Your Mag is kind of in Narnia. I don't understand why he's so far back. But Mag play in front, Bubble and obviously all that jazz. Strange go for an ult, try and create space, because if they walk forward, it'll be a lot easier for you to do so. We push them back, which is fine because it creates space. That was an okay push. Not really utilizing the Punisher ult though, and also my tanks are not in front of him. Oh, okay. We bubble the Punisher. Why is my Mag playing in Narnia, bro? Oh no! You know what's gonna happen here, don't you? You can see it happening before your very eyes. These guys aren't gonna die. This bubble's gonna pop, and that Punisher's dead. Oh, it's even worse. The Strange runs away from him. Both tanks just like sold this Punisher down the chimney. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Like, it's just okay. And then I have to go for a hero play. So our Strange is standing inside everyone whilst Luna is still ongoing. Mistimes it completely. Like, one thing that a lot of teams don't do, and I'll use a prime example of like Boga in EU, is someone that utilizes this very well, is that he creates question marks about where he is in position, which causes the teams to panic and have to take time to scout it. Mid-fight, he has, like, I'll use an example here. We can use the prime example in this situation. So right here, when we're in this situation, Strange could play this way, technically, or he could go this way. Mag stands in front, and while this is distracting them, you can go for an ult. The problem is you do it so telegraphed that it just gets no value. I mean, and also the fact that we sold our Punisher down the drain, and then we walk into them and press Q. Both Strange ults are, I mean, at least this one did something in the fact that it like created space, and he probably doesn't die in this situation, but then our Strange does. Also, we burned Loki ult. Interesting. I mean, I guess in the sense that this Loki kind of panicked and pre-copied Luna, I guess our Strange got value, but like that should never happen. This Loki should still have ult in this situation, I feel like. Okay. Okay, cool. You guys do second point. So far, you've taken 3 fights and you've lost 2 points. I wouldn't even consider your first fight an actual fight because it was just Venom. So you've had 2 fights and you've lost 2 points. Cool. We also have Widow right now. Okay, so at least we have Luna. So honestly, in this situation, I would not be against giving the Snowflake to Widow, and then Widow play off angles like here, or back in this window, or up here. To pressure the Ultron or the Storm or whatever the case is. Just give the Snowflake to Widow, and then the rest of you play as a group. But what baffles me here is the fact that that guy should die. Widow is way too passive for this pick. Like, you can't play like this as Widow, especially when you're all alive, and the fact that you have like all this map. Like, imagine here. Like, yeah, he can shoot you. Yeah, the Storm can shoot you. But guess what happens? So let me explain this to you. This is the same philosophy that happens with all dive comps and with all comps that require space. So, this guy peeks. These guys push. Okay? Because what that does is it relieves pressure on this guy and stops all these guys from shooting at him. But if that happens where all these guys shoot at him, then you guys maximize the situation and you punish them and you trade. So if, for example, they hard push here and they kill Punisher, your Widow should kill at least 1 or 2, or at least get 1. So you trade 1 for 1. Or you pop a support ult, or you cause some sort of scenario to happen. But the problem is right here is that the fact that you're all shooting down the same sight line and you're not pressuring accordingly, and your Widow is too passive. Like, imagine here, like, your Widow side angling, like, it's actually so free. The aggression is good. The aggression is good. Your Widow's just not in a good spot. And your tanks are getting absolutely blasted. So this needs to rotate better, in the sense of, like, while he's recovering, he needs to hold space. This mag is walking back way too much, way too often, and it's kind of like not baiting him, so to speak, but like he baited this guy, and now he's baiting this guy. Like, walking front, use your body, shift, hold this corner. It's so free when teams hold like this and you're all like this, or you have an off angle like this, and the team has to commit around the corner to do anything, because right now you guys are all shooting at this, whereas they have to peek the corner and shoot. So it's like, this is the corner, you guys shoot like this, all shooting down this one line, whereas they have to do this all the time. They have to swing, they have to peek, and it's also left side peeking as well, so it's even more of a disadvantage. So okay, you're in a decent spot here. We don't have any ults. Right here, I think it needs to be a situation where it's like, you either stack and hope that you can, like, try and kill her quick enough, or you kind of like have to just run forward and try and hold space as much as possible and just accept defeat because you have nothing to deal with this. We use lamps. I mean, the payload's still pushing this whole time. I mean, you have to make a judgment call quickly about whether you're going to sack this fight or not, because again, you're not going to be in a good situation to get 2 fights because you're going to stagger, because I'm pretty sure in most cases, if this is a tournament game, this guy's getting fucking staggered. If I'm on this team, I'm calling to stagger this guy 110%. Frozen. Oh, he came out that way. That's fine. Okay. I mean, you guys are getting staggered anyways. So, like, imagine in a world, you guys all fight and die down here instead. They blew Storm ult. They blew this ult. Like, yeah, you guys are losing the fight, but would you rather lose a fight down here, so you get, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 seconds worth of payload time back? Or would you rather stagger, not use anything, kite backwards, and then lose 9, 10 seconds, and then by the time you regroup and go out, the payload's fucking down here, and then if you make one small mistake, it's done. I mean, to be fair, yeah, I mean, if you fight and die down here, you at least get one more fight. Whereas you have to rush out to touch from here, and then you might not have enough, especially with the fact you're being staggered hard now. The stranger's definitely getting staggered. I mean, why try and live there? Why are you bubbling? Why are you shielding? Just die. Like, look where the payload is now, as opposed to where it could have been. And now you guys are gonna come out. You're down 1. You have to touch. C9. I mean, not really a C9, but like it. Yeah. Overall, it just seemed like you guys weren't on the same page from start to finish, and you had like one good moment where your tanks pressured, and you guys played well as like a 5, but your Widow really wasn't in a position to really capitalize off that. And then after that one situation where you played front to back properly, obviously they had ult advantage, so you guys just roll over and die in that situation. But let's see your attack. Okay, so they're gonna play bunker comp and hold the spawn. Interesting. I see a lot of teams do this. The reason why you do this is because you hold and get 3 fights basically, or 2 to 3 fights depending on the situation. So Storm, Wolverine, good. I mean, you could go Squirrel Girl. You could actually just play Magneto and then run Squirrel Girl, Storm, Wolverine, and just fucking rail them and force them back and build up ults. But let's see how you guys approach this. Because Squirrel Girl is nice in this situation, or Moon Knight or something. I mean, I would prefer Squirrel Girl because Moon Knight just not very good shields. You guys play super aggressive. Wolverine goes for a grab. Tries to grab thing and gets stuck. Unfortunate. Okay, the engage is done. Okay. Unfortunate that he grabbed thing. And also got stuck. But they overextend, which is good for you. Fine. Okay. Just reset. Grab this guy. I mean, the enemy team didn't really play that too well. They didn't really like stabilize very well, and they didn't really engage properly. The thing kind of controlled his balls off. But you guys made use of it. You guys punished it. Right now, you kind of just have to play front to back. They're staggering, which is good for you. Okay. The Strange had the right idea. The rest of the team is staggering. This is so good for you. They're actually giving you such a like, they're so griefing. So the whole point of this comp is that you fight and die on payload, so that you can like get a clean fight and get out quickly. Whereas here, this mag is like dying like what, 12 seconds after the play. Yikes, that's crazy. I mean, if you keep chasing, this Luna's dead, no? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, you're in like actual creme de la creme positioning. This is up. This is up. You're going to get these two. This is you're literally in Exodia right now. The only thing that can stop you is this. So what I'm looking for in this situation is an early storm ult. And look to try and like cram them in, hold them, and try and follow up on the storm as much as possible. Obviously killing key targets. So like, you know, in this situation, like key targets would be like Luna, because you know she's probably going to have ult because of the fact that they had 3 tanks. Loki, did he use ult? Why is he not have ult? Did I troll? I don't know. I'll go back and check in a sec. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so we're poking, trying to hold them in the choke, and Ultron flies behind. Okay. We're looking for a grab. Star's behind. Okay, this is fine so far. Lamps! Huh? Okay. First of all, why are you up here? When you're being shot at? How far along did you go up there for? Like, I don't mind you going up here at the start. Okay, so if we're not hard pushing the cart, you guys shouldn't be on the cart. You should be up here choking them out with these guys. Like, if you're not... Like, these guys are going to get another fight, regardless if you stick 3 on this cart or not. But I'd much rather you all be up here and choking them out. Like, you making them use as much resources as possible to get out of this choke. So you should all be up in this situation. Damage boosting with the AoE from Storm as soon as they run out this door. Like, they should never be able to get out of here. Playing way too passive, trying to focus too much on the cart. The Ultron is shooting at my Loki. Like, the reason why you don't want to be up on this situation is because, like, if you play forward here, the Ultron has to expose himself more, and you can also deal with it a lot easier. And also, if this Ultron's over here, you guys just storm ult and fucking run into them. Because you got Wolverine, you have a close combat, decent comp in that situation. You give them space because we use lamps or the Ultron's behind. Their Storm has built up like 30-40% ult charge, and we still haven't used ours. We still have both support ults. Like, why are we not Storm ulting this? I'm confused. Like, even... Okay. So their Storm is about to ult. In this situation, you have 2 choices. Actually, I think the situation is, because they pulled the trigger first, you counter and use your Storm ult. You then try and kill their Storm with your Storm and use Luna ult. Then you basically create a 4 versus 6 situation. And then you shouldn't need to use any other ults. Maybe you probably have to use one of the... sorry. Yeah, use Luna and Storm ult. They probably use Luna ult as well. But you should probably kill their Storm before that happens. They use lamps too. We're Storm channeling now. And you get frozen. Oh, it's just... It's a little bit slow. It's just slow. Like, the whole thing was just slow. The positioning pre-payload was, in my opinion, bad. Like, they're going to get a recontest regardless if you're free or not on the payload. I know you're trying to create a situation where, like, you can get it in and force them to rush in, but they didn't get staggered that hard to a point where that is the case. So you should better off stuffing them in here. As soon as they walk out this door, damage amp, blow someone up, and then cast instantly your Storm ult. Because it creates pressure, it causes panic. Like, the fact that they have to touch the car. Whereas the fact that you gave them all this space to walk out, then you guys got picked. Like, that should never have happened. Because Luna should never have been allowed to walk out the door. So, we saw ult. We use Luna ult. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it's still technically winnable. It's 1-for-1. But obviously, they're down a tank and we're down a DPS. That's a lot of DPS. So basically now we're trying to look for a single target that we can blow up. We also have Luna ult. They haven't blown theirs yet. We have double support ult. And we have tank ults coming up. Okay. We not bubble for that? Oh, that was such a good ult. That's very unfortunate. I mean, could you not have turned around and threw them this way? I mean, it's very nitpicky, but I feel like you could have just turned around and shot them this way and then Luna would have healed you. And your team would have been this side. But you ulting them this way not only pulls you away from your team, but, I mean, I know it's a quick action, it's very nitpicky, but I feel like you could have just done that instead, personally. Then they use Luna ult. Okay, right now, you're down 2. You're down 2 DPS. You have nothing to kill anything with. They used Luna ult, which is good for you, because you haven't really had a need to do, like, beforehand. Oh no. I mean, your ult economy is in the dustbin now. You have no support ults. They have Loki ult coming up. They have literally such a good ult cycle now that you've used this Luna ult. It's like a domino effect from like positioning, not pressing buttons when we should be, and then pressing buttons when we shouldn't be, and just overall ult usage just getting like 0 to no value. I mean, this... I'm not sure how you win this. Oh, you even use mag ult? Oh, it's even more of like a Papega, because now he's just going to Ultra ult and you're all going to die. I mean, the Ultra ult was a little bit early. I don't know how... my Ultra... okay, that Ultron kind of ended. So, it's a domino effect from positioning from the payload, ult economy across the board, ult usage across the board. Like, every single one of you, like, your ult was... The only one who actually got value was the Loki ult. Because of the storm. Every single one of you just, like, wasted your ult. I mean, the Wolverine one actually wasn't wasted, technically. It was just an unfortunate situation where he couldn't blow them up and didn't have rage or whatever the case is. Definitely didn't have his passive. If he had passive there, that would have been nuts. Agamotto, you guys have no defensive for it. You guys are going to get wiped. Apparently not. Okay, you are. Just slowly. Like, you need to understand when a fight is lost. Someone needs to call, fight lost, don't use any ults. And obviously, like, the thing is, though, with that call, is it double-sided. It's like a double-sided sword. It's like, sometimes when you call fight is... Someone will call fight is lost, don't use any ults, but the fight technically isn't. It's all about judgment of the person, the people that are in the fight. If you think it's winnable. Obviously, I would say there is such a thing as a perfect ult, but if you wait for the perfect ult, you're never going to use your ult. So, okay, it is still technically winnable. You have a minute left. Your ult economy is rolling back around. They have Storm ult before you. You're even on supports, but they have Loki ult. So right now, what I'm looking to do is my tanks take as much damage as they can walking out without killing themselves. So that we can build up our support ults. Because we should know that Loki has his ult because he hasn't used it. I still need to go back and check how he didn't have his ult. I'm pretty sure it's because he wasn't playing support. But let's just see how this plays out. So we have Storm ult, we have Strange ult. So one thing that could happen in this situation, which is something that, again, a lot of tank players don't do this. Even in like the higher level, they don't do this. So like when you get to here, as like this team, if they play passive and they have no speed boost of any description, I mean, they do have Storm. So again, if they had Storm Punisher, I wouldn't recommend doing this because they might punish you for it. But if you have Storm and you have Strange, what you could do in this situation is, let's say, for example, the enemy team walks up here, like you pressure and they walk back. You could run through here with then Storm's boost, run behind and then ult. Or you could go this way if you really want to. It's a little bit longer, but you guys have to build up play. It's like it's creating question marks. A lot of people don't track where things are, but when you just walk in like this, or jump over and you levitate from it within line of sight and within like peripheral vision of the enemy, you're never going to get value with Strange ult. Prime example is like Boga. Like, as I said, like Boga's like ultimates and Strange are disgusting because there's a lot of understanding, and it also comes from Overwatch as well. Okay, so we use Storm ult to counter their Storm ult. They're not... These guys aren't pressuring that hard, so I guess it's fine for now. Wolverine goes behind. Honestly, in this situation, like, Strange could have hid, but he decided to fly up. It's fine. So they use Storm ult. We're... Okay. Trade 1 for 1. But they... What? Wait, what? What is this pre-copy? Huh? What the fuck is this pre-copy? There's no pressure whatsoever. I mean, Loki gave you guys a free dub. I think if he does, if he does that, you just take the L and try and survive, but don't use anything. I mean, I guess it's hindsight 2020 where you guys don't know the ult, but you know Luna used her ult because she should be on the same cycle as this Luna. Like, you don't... Like, I think you just take the L. Now your ult cycle is really out of whack. Okay, so we got 1 for 1. Our spawns are closer. Our Luna's dead. Loki's got his ult coming up. Just need a space. Like, why are we pressuring like this? We just need to wait for Luna. This is like super, super grief. Because you're wasting... Like, this mag is really aggressive when he shouldn't be, and then really passive when he shouldn't be. It's like the complete opposite. You guys are walking up with Luna in base still. And Luna ult is still going. Oh, what are you guys? Why? I feel like if they just W key you here, you just die, no? I mean, if they W keyed you before, I feel like you just die. Okay, we grabbed mag. Use bubble, defensive. I mean, our Strange goes for the most riskiest. Like, I mean, I understand. Let me see the thought process behind this. So, Luna's in line of sight. We're going for mag. I understand the pressure point is fine. Like, it's just the walking. Like, the Luna just freezes you here, no? Or Loki just lamps it. I feel like doing this without pressure from the team, even if you land this, you don't get Loki, so it's just gonna lamp it. So you just trade yourself again for nothing. Like, the team needs you to pressure simultaneously with them if you want to do this, I feel like. So you just get frozen. I mean, you're just running into line of sight and you get bonked. The Strange ults are very telegraphed. Very telegraphed. I mean, it's like desperation for no reason. I'm not quite sure why. We swapped to the Wolverine. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Okay, let's go back because I was looking at the wrong team for a second. Okay, so our Strange just died. Our Storm just died. Our supports are like, what the fuck? Our Strange is coming back. You guys are pressuring whilst down. It's just a bit weird. The fact that, like, you guys are just, like, losing one before the fight and then still wanting to fight and then not winning the fight. Yeah, Wolverine's gonna get staggered. You blew lamps. Okay. Ultron is a real problem. Wolverine staggered. We got 1 for 1. How the fuck did Loki die? Okay. 1 for 1 is still playable. Support for DPS. You have support ult. They have support ult. We have tank ult. I think, honestly, let's see how this plays before I make any comments. I mean, I'm not sure. That was a nice Luna ult to protect them from this. I'm not sure what the tanks are doing with these wide angle swings. Like, being super, super aggressive. Mag ult. Okay, wait, let's see, because I just see the lamps. So, we Luna ult, they use... I mean, we Luna ult because of the really good Strange ult, which forced it out, which is fine. But the problem is now we need to try and force their Luna ult before our Luna ult ends, or at least as close as possible. We have ults coming up. They have ults coming up. Let's see how we play this. So we use... That's fine. So right now I'm looking at... I mean, Loki just died and he came back, so I'm not sure if he has lamps. Let me just see. I mean, we don't know, actually. But, I mean, considering he died, I'm assuming he probably doesn't have lamps, because I'm pretty sure he must have used them. Oh, he does have lamps. Okay. So, obviously, hindsight 2020, you don't know if he has lamps or not. But let's see where we throw it. Okay, I mean, I understand why you went for it, because you hit it the first time. But I feel like if you don't see lamps being used here, I think you should have just thrown it at Luna or Loki. I feel like they're just safer hits. And yeah, I mean, he could Loki lamp, but If you so like one thing that mags normally I've seen a lot of high level mags do is they'll look at a target and then flick. Like pre-fight, while they're walking up as mag, they'll ult and they'll be like, oh, I see 2 supports, and they'll look away from them, and then as they're about to throw it, they flick. That's something that maybe obviously it's like higher level, and it's something that you have to probably get used to, but like, that's something you probably could have done. I mean, right here it's like the lamps were late, like way late. I'm not sure if this Loki knows he can just right mouse button and it would have just done it, but not right mouse button, shifted, but okay. I mean, you guys just get picked one by one now, and then Luna ult, and it's just free for all at this point. I mean, there's no coming back from this. They even damage boost us. Yeah, I mean, final notes on this would be like, so one, your defense, your triple res comp is very desynced, and you need to understand the fundamentals as to how to play it before you play it again. So understand where your kill boxes are, where your pressure points are, where Star-Lord can get value from, and be safe. Get damage boosted from Mantis, get shielded from Magneto, and then where your frontline team is pushing from. Make sure it's simultaneous to your backline pushing at the same time, so that you can actually get value rather than just like baiting the whole backline in that situation. And then obviously positioning was dreadful on defense. Setups for crossfires where opportunity is given, but weren't utilized, especially on the 3rd point with Widow. And on attack, it was going well until you guys basically let them walk out and use all their ults, and then you really didn't stabilize from there, because it was either someone got picked or someone used ult suboptimally, or you guys didn't understand how to take a dry fight. A dry fight basically means that they pull the trigger first, and then you understand that you need to just take the L or disengage and then re-engage once that ult is over. Like, for example, when the Loki pre-copied like out of nowhere and then you storm ult, I think in that situation you should have just been like, okay, dry fight, don't counter, just don't die, but don't try to die, but don't try to live, if that makes sense. Obviously, like, surround yourself with the shields from the Strange and the Magneto, and use bubble well, and obviously heal each other as supports and try and survive it as much as possible, and then even kill him in that situation. And then you could have maybe re-engaged with that, where you would have had Storm ult, Luna ult, and they wouldn't have had anything to deal with it. So, and then obviously the Strange ults were really forced and very telegraphed. So make sure we try and look at creative pathing for that. And yeah, that's that.